Hi everyone, McBeard here, back with another deck guide for you. Northern Realms first for me. I got the insignia in the reward book, and I'm working on FOLTEST right now, trying to get those wins, those achievements. And I'm working on getting my 40 wins for my MMR, etc., etc. But I think FOLTEST is a really good leader, and I also think that NR is a little underrated right now. So check this list out. This is a list that I worked on with Delta65, now, one thing I want to point out right away is you'll notice it says 27 out of 25 cards and more provisions than could be possible. The way I want to do this for you is talk about the gold core and then show you all the bronzes that could work with it. And you can pick your preference because, you know, I think that you can pick and choose depending on the meta. I think that it's good that you could always make certain changes as far as the bronzes are concerned. So let's talk about the golds really quick, because this deck is all about FOLTEST creating threats that your opponent must answer or else you run away with the game. Those threats are Anastregger, which is basically a Redanian Knight Elect reborn, Visigoda of Corvo, which is one of Northern Realm's best units, providing a lot of protection and a lot of boosts, and some other synergy with some of the bronzes as well. It just gets so much done for you. This card is so fantastic. FOLTEST Pride is a threat that needs to be answered because we do have units that can give charges to machines or give charges in general. Let's see. Reynard, I would say, while I would say it's probably one of the most flexible golds in this list, it does present a threat that your opponent probably tries to answer, which means maybe other threats might live. So there is that. Now, of course, we're running FOLTEST. FOLTEST boosts an ally by 1 and gives it Zeal, and he can do this 3 times. So what 3 targets would FOLTEST want to use? Well, the surprising winner for me right now is prize-winning Cow. This means that this is always a 10-point play. So it is incredible reach when you have to take a round, and it's actually a really bully round 2 leadoff play if you're trying to push your opponent around. And while this deck likes a long round, if you have to play some cards, your opponent makes the heinous mistake of passing on you early, you can play these high tempo cards like prize-winning Cow, and then you actually can go into FOLTEST other target, Seltkirk. So Seltkirk is an easy FOLTEST target, puts him up to 6, which means he can safely duel a 9 strength unit and kill it and still survive at 3. No armor on him or anything like that, but really just a fantastic card when you can use him right away. Puts him on the power level that he was in old Gwent. Finally, Okvist is your last FOLTEST target. Comes in at a late round and just nukes the board. Absolutely fantastic card. And if you just can't source those cards, first of all, you have Royal Decree to help you do that. You also have Vernon available, and because of FOLTEST nature, if you pull 2 things you need to immediately use FOLTEST on, you can, because he's got the charges. Vernon generally is just always pretty good. You can play him early if you don't have the pieces you need to really make a threatening board, or you can play him late just as a value play when you know that your deck has really good stuff in it. I think it's just fantastic. I think Decree and Vernon are fine. You can fit them in, but there's flex at the top of this. There's a lot of flex at the top of this here. Outside of that, I think that's everything except for Stennis, who has a pretty straightforward ability of boosting and charging, giving charges to stuff like FOLTEST Pride and some of these bronze cards as well as Visigoda as well. But Dorgaray is really hard to not include this card in any deck that I make right now. A 6 strength unit that developing 6 strength on your side of the board and shutting an engine down is very, very good for 8 provision cost, and just good generally. The fact that they gave you everybody a neutral 6 strength lock is huge. This affects the meta, because this is a very, very good card, but locks are also very strong right now. So let's talk about the bronzes here. So basically, I've got a list of bronzes, and this obviously looks like a ridiculous list here, but I'm just showing one-ofs here just so I can go through them quickly enough. You could make a case for running a number of any of these bronzes, and if you really wanted to make a Shoop deck, you probably could do that too. But an amount of any of these cards is good, and you'll notice the omissions, like Battering Ram. That card is not good. It has a condition that your opponent can just stop, and Sihil is nastiest in Ethna, and Ethna can just kill your engines, and your engines are soldiers, and they're all weak. Don't play Battering Ram. Play Bomb Heaver, or even D-Bomb, honestly. The condition on Battering Ram is just... it's just too hard to make it work. So if you need to kill artifacts, run Bomb Heaver or Dimeridium Bomb, one of those two. So let's talk about the bronzes really quick here. I am in the right... Yeah, you guys can see. So siege support is on deploy, give 2 charges to a machine ally. So if you're running stuff like Siege Tower or running stuff like Reinforced Ballista, those are the only machines I think that are worthwhile in the Bronze Corps. But of course, there's also FOLTEST Pride, which is a massive thing to give charges to. So I run one. Lyrian Cavalry is one of the engine units. I think it's probably the weakest one, and I think that there are maybe just better engines in here, like the Lyrian Arbalest. And of course, the Trident Infantry is an engine in its own way, but it is a 4 provision engine, whereas the Lyrian Arbalest is 5. And like the Siege Tower and the Reinforced Ballista, these are all great engines in the Kedwini Sergeant. These are all at 5 as well. So if you need to fit in a decent engine, you're probably running a lot of orders units in the first place. Trident Infantry is non-negotiable. You should run one of these, absolutely, in the list. That's because you can put a whole bunch of boosts on it through Kedwini Sergeant, through Visagota of Corvo. The Kedwini Cavalry is probably a meta choice, but if you know you're probably going to get 6 to 7 points out of this card for 4 provision, it's fantastic. Plus, you're disabling your opponent's engine. It's just good. I think it's a good thing to consider. The Lyrian Land. So this card is good because the 3-point ping is quite good and it's easy to boost it. So there's some experimentation to go on this. The Lyrian Arbalest, I run 2 of these. I think that they are fantastic cards. Great engines that can work really well with Stennis as well. You can lead off with one of these and then go right into Stennis and kill your opponent's 3-point engine. Rivian Pikeman, if you are running more pings on the side of like the Reinforced Ballista and the Arbalest, you want to run maybe the Pikeman, because the Pikeman, if you can just get the condition of the 1 ping, then you get the huge 3 ping, and this becomes just a great, great. It's like double removal almost. And it's not too hard to build a board around this. Aretuza Adept, I like this card. I'm running one of these cards right now. Gives a charge, can give a charge on Zeal as well. Plus, it can continuously give charges. So if you know your opponent can't remove stuff, like if you get the idea that you're starting to play threats and your opponent stops answering them, then you start just pumping charges into FOLTEST Pride or pumping charges into Visagota of Corvo. And I think that one of these is absolutely good. I think that it's arguably maybe even better in a lot of ways than the siege support, since you don't have to have a machine, but because you could get more charges out of it, but of course it is more expensive and it's harder to use. Siege Tower is a great machine to run. You generally will be able to build around this, and it helps you boost up stuff like Anna Strenger or the Trident Infantry. Plus, it's a machine that you can give charges to, so you can build around your siege support. Reinforced Ballista, non-negotiable, 2 of these, one of the best bronzes for Northern Realms. Give 2 charges to this bad boy, and it's 2 per charge, so you get more value generally out of this card giving charges than anything else. But of course, there's ways you can combo up Visagota or Kedwini Sergeant onto the Trident Infantry, which is a hard combo piece. Like if we're talking about core, you do need to run this. Banard Tutor, sometimes you can just make a huge bomb play. Again, if your opponent can't answer Visagota and you're getting like 10, 11 charges on him, this card becomes just a nuke. Dimeridium Shackles, non-negotiable. This card is fantastic. There's a lot of things to lock out there. Kills a 3-point engine, locks an engine that's trying to be protected. It's just a great card. I want to find more ways to play more of these cards. Thinking about maybe even running Triss Telekinesis, because I never have enough of them sometimes. It's great. With Dora Gray also being relevant, 3 locks, fantastic. It's really important for control, I think. Doppler is great because almost every card is a human, so you can drop the Doppler at actually like 8 to 10 points sometimes. 10 is obviously the extreme, but like 7 to 9 is very realistic in around 3 or around 1 as your first card. Great starting play. Bomb Heaver, like I said, for artifact removal, the battering ram is near useless against any deck that's using artifacts to control your board in the first place. So just run Bomb Heaver, take that provision cost point, or run D-Bomb and take the risk of not having a body attached to it. The one saving grace about D-Bomb is that a trap won't trigger on the D-Bomb to stop it from breaking the trap, whereas the Bomb Heaver is killed by the Pit Trap and the Incinerating Trap. Finally, you can just consider Winch in anything that runs Reinforced Ballista, because it's basically a 3rd or a 4th Reinforced Ballista, and I'd pay a premium for that. The card's very, very good. There you go, folks. I have a couple of different variations of these bronzes. Mix and match, see what you can get within your limit, see if maybe some of these cards are not quite your thing. Maybe you want more tutors, maybe you just want more power, more threats. You can do so much right now, but this is my version of FOLTEST right now. Check out these highlights. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more Gwent homecoming content from your boy McB, and I'll see you later.
Close ranks!
That track is so hot. I really want Anna in this hand. But I think these are like totally fine to hold on to. I don't know. I think we're gonna keep it. Although people still are playing Usurper Witchers, to which I say, why? Also, why am I not playing my first card? Is a better question, perhaps. Because it is my turn. And I start with the Lyrian Arbalest on melee row. Yes, I do.
Arbalest at your command.
Trying to get some card voices in here. Ethna is like a fire at the circus intense.
Blood everywhere.
Baron. So we're gonna see Morkvark, I guess. Is this like old Gwent just running right into the new Gwent? Just straight up King Bran tempo discard things. Look at this. He's gonna drop a skirmisher too. No skirmisher. So what's in here? Sarah's. Oh, Phoenix. All right, this is gonna be a tough one, right? So he's got like Beastmasters, and Phoenix is coming back here, right? Well, the good news about Phoenix is that we have lock, so. I mean, I hope he doesn't have heal. Skellige can run it and stuff. Oh, there is a brown-haired King Bran and a white-haired King Bran. Are you kidding me? Was that Stennis? Is that Foltest Pride? Yo, fuck this card, right? Fuck this card, right? It's a real piss off your opponent card. It's like Shylard and Viper Witchers. Oof, man. Oof. Okay, so where are we at here? Dear God. I think we need to tempo him here, I think.
Stand and fight, cowards! Ha!
Best card in the game currently? Prove me wrong. Talking about Camby here. Like, what's usually at the rightmost of your hand? Like your high strength gold card? If it was leftmost, well, no, I mean, look, it's random, right? Okfist is over here. It's like, it's actually random. It's discard a random card. I mean, is discard a random card? It's almost like it's RNG without being RNG. It's like hidden RNG, right? It's like discard the rightmost card in your hand, and then you force your opponent to do the same. You can control what that rightmost card is, kind of. But your opponents, I mean, you can play around it, I guess. I would prefer it to be played now. I am not used to playing around Camby. I mean, it's probably fine. You just play around it sometimes, right? Are you just gonna pass? Yo, it was all worth it. It was all worth it. Best time to play it is second to last card. Yeah, I think that's where, like, if Camby had a stipulation where your opponent had to have like X cards in their hand, I still probably wouldn't like it very much. But I also think that people would play it less because it would be far worse. Still believe in these Dimeritium Shackles right now. I believe in everything in my hand. So he gets to turn this around, right? And I can't stop him. But if I force him to go even, he still has to act last. And I'm pretty sure I can do that. But I have to, right? I need to go in with these double locks. Force him to like not be able to get an engine going. And then somehow blast him, and then blast him with Octist. But the round needs to go pretty deep here, but it's okay. Like if he's not playing like a lot of control, and I don't know, is he? I mean, he sure plays a lot of gold cards that aren't control. So I think I can get away with playing this and actually, like, maybe boosting it. Like, giving it charges, I mean. Okay. Gonna flip that, right? Obviously.
Across the wide, somber
Discard
sea,
another
I will
card.
sail.
Yo, Xavier Lemons, where are you?
Salutations.
Then I can just lock and kill it. I don't know. I'm really counting on Octopus being the push I
You
need.
blind, greedy fool.
Cool. That's, oh man, that's a good combo. Because he gives me the bear. He knows he has a bear in the graveyard already. And he can automatically kill the bear. It's good, right? And he has another bear. I can lock the Phoenix anytime. In the graveyard. Oh, gain one, gain one, gain one. Boy. I think I'm gonna try to do this here.
Knowledge is the sole treasure worth seeking.
I'm gonna try this here. Because if Visigoda sticks, then he's got to deal with Anna and Visigoda, and then I just nail him with Octopus at the end. Plus, I can try to bomb him.
Don't you?
All right, this is good. This is good. This is good. Our odds of winning this game just went way up here.
Begone. Leave us.
Okay, so he locked.
Huh?
Doubt I'll ever pay off these school loans.
We're playing all our cards. I think we play all our cards. We play all our cards here. So we lock down the Phoenix. We maybe hold one card, depends. But Octopus is going to be pretty damn good, right? Freya's Blessing. Wow, more discarding.
Hey, listen here. Listen well.
And he draws his next 3 cards, so he gets to play everything, right? That's gone forever and ever. Amen. So we'll be able to Trident Bomb. Oh shit. It's not enough, right? Oh, did he play on the wrong row? Oh no, he hasn't used it. Yikes. I guess I have to Trident Bomb now. I just Trident Bomb now, I guess.
Awaiting your orders.
Give me 16 points. Oh man, it's a rope beater. I can't even see the charges because of the tooltip. It's gonna click until it doesn't let me click anymore. Clicky, clicky, clicky. There we go.
Sure, you can pet him, long as you don't mind
Wow.
losing an arm.
He ties me. Yeah, we're all in. I should have hit Aguara though. But things are gonna die here anyway, right? Maybe.
Get him, Wojtek!
Well, these are like the cards that beat me late, right?
Ha!
So, first of all, can you do it? Second of all, can you do it in 2 cards? 2 charges on this. Okay. Probably gets there. Does he? But does he get there? Oh! Oh man, the 2-0. The 2-0 plays here. Vizsla tried him bombing. And we got a little achievement for this one here too. Win a regular battle without redrawing. Oh, I didn't even take a mulligan. I didn't even take a mulligan. That was awesome. That game was great. Zam.